When you think of music streaming, often the main companies that come to mind are definitely Slacker Radio, Pandora, and even the new iTunes Radio. And many more are coming onto the market every day. Of course, everyone enjoys listening to free music, but do we fully understand what we are doing when we listen to free music? A lot of money goes into making albums when it comes to having to pay the actual artists and producers. Selling these albums is what helps get the money back to the record companies. So when you're listening to free music, no one is getting paid. Sure, only buying a song costs about 99 cents, so listening to one free song really isn't that big of a deal. But when thousands of people do it, the money starts to add up. What we as consumers need to understand is that when we start listening to free music on free music streaming websites, we are running the risk of record companies losing money that is needed to produce albums that meet our expectations. But of course, the simple problem is we don't want to pay for music. So the question I have for consumers, essentially, do we want to enjoy free music, or accept the simple fact that we have to pay for music in order to get what it is we expect as consumers from a good quality album? The point of this entire video is just to give a simple piece of information that we need to think about what we're doing when we listen to free music, and that we are running the risk of losing quality. Maybe purchasing the actual subscription to these music streaming websites, is needed for the record companies to earn the money back to be able to release these good quality albums that we expect. All of this is pretty much being talked about to express the importance of people worked hard for these songs. They did it for themselves. They did it for their fans. They did it for their consumers. And we need to understand that if we want to continue with this, free music streaming is just going to end up ruining the music industry as we know it. Giving people like myself, an aspiring musician, pretty much causing us to lose our opportunities, causing us to not have the money or the resources needed from these record companies. Not even the big ones. We can even talk about the little indie labels. Downloading and free streaming are obviously problems. But free streaming, I feel, is starting to become a bigger problem than downloading. Because it's almost like we can't do anything about it. So instead of taking legal action, we have to stand up and say no. Because we need to understand that we are running the risk of losing what everybody loves. And that's good music. So we just have to respect that. Buy a subscription. Buy the album. You can even use the free subscription pretty much as a way to expand your music background. Let's just sit back. Let's just enjoy good music. Let's do it right. Let's help get people out there.